Okay, today's video, this is a F100 grill, a 1952 that my son picked up at a rat rod show, and he wanted to clean it up and hang it in the barber shop. So I was just going to put some hangers on and everything. I cleaned it up, brilled it, and then I put some Penetrol on it to give it a shine, and then I put some hangers on it and put some lights in it. Put an old antique switch I had laying around, switched it up, wired it up, and it works. I'm gonna hang that on the wall in the barber shop. I really wanted to put like a huge wooden background, all like routed out and all that behind it, but it's a little bit heavy to begin with. I really didn't want to be adding too much weight and have to specialty hang this up and everything. So basically all I did was now if you look, this one's broken. Here's another piece I still have to glue, cover a little bit more. I have some of the other small pieces, but I don't care, it's a rustic piece anyway. But yeah, as you can see, all I did was I just went and bought a regular outlet, and I JB welded it into the center of the where the normal headlight goes, and then I just put grommets on, and I pulled out the old wiring and put the new wiring through this hole, put some more grommets, all right, zip corded up here so that and I added a couple. They're like looped into each other so that it doesn't touch the metal, and then I wired it in series. So all I did was I wired this black and white to this black and white, and then on this side where the switch is, okay, so I have the black and white to the black and white, and then I also have, okay, so this is hot and this is neutral. On lamp wire, the hot is the smooth and the side with the texture is the neutral. Okay, so that's how I wired them, and then I added another one going to the switch. Okay, and on inside of the switch there's just two screws, so it's in and then out, and the other one just has a wing nut in here. Okay, so the neutral wire or the black wire goes from light to light straight into the switch. I have wing nuts connecting them because I did cut them, but you don't need to do that. You can have just one solid wire. So just a solid wire from there to here, and then a solid wire from here, go right past the switch into the other one, and then on the hot you go from light to light, then you go into the switch, and then out of the other switch, obviously there's going to be a splice in there. On the other side of the switch, you go into the plug outlet. And then I bought a little plug piece. Now, the only thing you have to do is, this is 16 gauge wire, which you really don't need. If you're just making a lamp, 18 gauge wire is fine. But for whatever reason, like a dummy, I decided to go to 16 gauge. Totally unnecessary. Although I am running two lights, I'm drawing a little extra. Whatever. You don't need 14 and 12 gauge. Don't go that far. It's ridiculous. Anyway, you can get this at any hardware store. They have it in rolls, or they have kits. They even had them where these are already connected. But make sure you buy the correct end and switch. Now, this is a normal wall switch back from, who knows, 50s, 40s, something like that. So it's definitely, it's rated, but, you wouldn't want to run like a three-way switch, anything like that off of that. It's really old connections and everything, but the way that one's set up, all it is it's set up on a spring. So when you switch and it makes a connection, it's just, a little tab going through the switch and then back through another tab. So worst comes to worst, I'd have to disassemble it and put new tabs in. Sorry about the dog barking. You see shadows. Literally staring at nothing right now. There's nothing there. So anyway, really simple. If you have any questions, there's really not a lot of stuff online about how to do this, only because I have an old switch. Normally, you have 3, 4, 6 different screw holes sometimes on the back of a normal switch. So, okay, so this is the back of a normal switch. Okay, so normally you have hot, neutral, and ground. But this is a 2-prong that I'm running. So, just make sure that, all the switches and everything and all the wires that you get are all rated for the same thing. And then here, all I did was, they have these little clips where it used to screw on. I just removed that little tab, and then I screwed this on, I bolted it, and I put a locking washer because I didn't have any locking nuts. And that way, it's on there really good. It isn't going anywhere. I thought about doing wire back and forth to the two. Really not sure. I think what I'm going to do is just bolt each one onto a stud, just to make sure. I mean, it's not super heavy. In the center of it, it's pretty light. It's really the ends, but better be safe than sorry. So anyway, there it is. It's pretty simple. If you have any questions, if you want to do it yourself, I encourage you to. Have fun with it. Repurpose, reuse, comment. Thanks for watching.